thank you to those of you who were responsible and still completed your work yesterday. Ms. Sharp let me know that several of you log in to her Zoom, and that's awesome. But make sure that the assignments that were released to you yesterday are completed. That still is schoolwork, even though I was not here. I do apologize for being here. That was not planned. Yes, everything is fine, and I am all back and good to go and ready. So I apologize for being absent yesterday, but it is good to see your faces back today, okay? All right, kiddos, so we have some information to talk about, and I would like to talk about it right now instead of at our announcements time, because at our announcements time, I usually only have about 10 people, and right now I've got about 20. So I would like to make sure that I get this to you while we are able to talk about it together, okay? So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to talk about next week's schedule. Remember, I've been preparing you for the fact that our schedule would be very different next week due to some different tests that we have to take, and I have that schedule prepared for you now, okay? So here is your schedule. It will be released on Seesaw to you in a little bit, but for now, I'm just going to show it to you here, okay? So we have 4 days of school next week. We have Monday, we have Tuesday, we have Wednesday. You do not have school on Thursday, but your parents do for parent-teacher conferences, and then we'll be back on Friday, okay? Now remember, next week we have 4 tests to take. We have a test called Illuminate that tests your math and your reading, and this is kind of like STAR if you were here the last two years, okay? We also are going to take STAR Reading so that we can graph our progress, and then we are going to take Panorama, which is a new test to you as third graders that looks at your social emotional learning. So your growth mindset, your relationship with your teacher, your relationship with other students. It's going to look at your social and emotional intelligence, okay? Here's what I need you to know. So everybody pay attention. You listening? You listening? These tests are not graded. These tests have nothing to do with whether or not you pass third grade. All these tests do is give your teacher information about what you know and what we need to teach you, okay? So it is so important that you take this test completely 100% on your own. There is zero adult help, no parents, no teacher, nothing. And that's okay, guys, because listen, it's not going in your grade book. It's not going to say, oh no, you don't pass third grade. All this test does is tell me as your teacher, oh, they already know that. I don't need to teach them that. Or, oh wow, we need to spend some time talking about this concept, okay? So even though they're tests, I don't want you freaking out and getting stressed out, because all it is information that you know and information that I need to teach you, okay? So for these tests, you will be on Zoom with me so that I can make sure that you're taking these on your own. There is zero adult help, and that's okay. There will be questions that you do not know the answer to, and that is fine, okay? That is perfectly fine. Do we all understand that? Show me a thumbs up in the camera if you got it. Show me a thumbs down if you got questions. Got it, okay. Okay, awesome. So Monday, here we go. On Monday, you will have, as always, your morning responsibilities and Lexia. You'll log in with me at 8:30 and we'll review this schedule for the week. Then we're going to take our first Zoom test, and it's called Fast Track Reading. So we're going to take a reading test while we're on the screen. They said the test would take about 25 to 30 minutes. I've given us an hour, so if you feel like you need more time, you've got it, okay? Then I have to start doing one-on-one testing. So from 10:15 to 11:15, I'm going to test these people. So Anton, you'll log in to Zoom at 10:15 and you'll take a test with me. Leah Drook, you're up next at 10:25, you'll take a test with me. Then Terrence Dudley at 10:35, you'll take a test with me, and so on. So you're going to find your name, and for that 10 minutes, it's just you and me on Zoom, okay? It's very important that you are on time, because as you can see, I only have 10 minutes between each of these, and I have to make sure that I get to everybody. So you have to log in on time, okay? When you are not doing your one-on-one testing, you will have seesaw assignments that are reviewing the things that we've learned so far this year. If you finish your seesaw assignments, you should get on Lexia, Mayan, Zern, or Prodigy, just like always, okay? You'll have lunch at your normal time, and then I have parent-teacher conferences. If it's not your conference time, you're going to be finishing your seesaw. You're going to be on Lexia, Mayan, Zern, and Prodigy, okay? Monday, you have your last day of music, and then the day will end. We will not be having closeout meetings or announcement meetings next week because I will still be doing conferences and teaching during that time, okay? Then on Tuesday, same thing, morning meeting. I have conferences. You're gonna have seesaw assignments. You're going to have Lexia, Mayan, Zern, and Prodigy assignments. At 10 o'clock, everybody is getting on Zoom for a test, okay? This test is going to be the math portion of Illuminate. So this is kind of like STAR Math from the last 2 years if you were in Lawrence Township. Again, it's supposed to take 25 to 30 minutes. I've given us a full hour. In case you need more time, you've got it, okay? You'll go to lunch at your normal time. Then I have more one-on-one testing. Here's the people that are one-on-one testing on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I will be one-on-one testing these people. Don't write all this down right now. I'm gonna release it to you on Seesaw, so don't freak out and write it down. You're gonna have it, okay? Then you have your first day of gym on Tuesday. So you'll have PE with Mr. Beatty on Tuesday for related arts, okay? Wednesday, we're gonna start our day off with a Zoom test. So you're gonna log into Zoom and we're gonna take STAR reading. Again, STAR reading is supposed to take about 30 minutes. I've given you a full hour in case you feel like you need more time, you can have it, okay? You'll take a break and then I have one-on-one testing pretty much all afternoon. These people have their 10-minute one-on-one test with me on Wednesday. Extremely important that you log in at your assigned time so that we are not behind schedule, okay? You'll take a break, you'll have your next related arts with Mr. Beatty, and then we'll be done for the day. Friday, because there's no school Thursday, Friday, we're gonna log in, we're gonna take a Zoom test, so everybody's online for the Zoom test. I have one-on-one testing. There we go. Dan, is that next week is going to be very self-directed. There's not going to be times where you're on Zoom with me and I'm teaching. If you're on Zoom with me, you're probably taking a test, okay? So next week's gonna be a funky schedule. I'm gonna release that to you at the end of the day for announcements today so that you can review that this weekend with your adult, but it's gonna take a lot of responsibility for watching that time to make sure that you've got down what time you're supposed to be on Zoom. Okay, because it's not our normal schedule. All right. What questions can I answer about the schedule? I only want questions about the schedule right now. Aiden Leachman.
So what do we do when the test starts?
So when the test starts, you'll be on Zoom with me. And I will show you during that Zoom session how to log into the test. And then you'll just go ahead and start and you'll leave your camera on so that I can make sure that you're taking the test on your own. Okay, so each time we're on Zoom, you're just gonna be on the camera with me. I'm gonna have everybody, including myself, muted, so there will not be noise distraction for you. So everybody will be muted. It's just me making sure that you're taking that test one-on-one, okay? All right, Sophia.
You're gonna show us how to get in the test.
I will show you how to get on the test the day that we take the test because there's 4 different tests, so there's 4 different ways to get on. So I don't want to show you all of that now because there's no point because you don't need to memorize it. I'll show it to you that day, okay? Terrence.
When do we start the schedule?
On Monday. So all next week is going to be a different schedule. And then we'll be back to our normal schedule the following week. Okay? All right. Any other questions about that schedule? Okay, great. So again, it is extremely, extremely, extremely important that you show responsibility next week and that you log in at your assigned times, okay? And I want to make sure you heard me say it again. These tests are not graded. They are not deciding whether or not you pass third grade. All these tests do is tell me as your teacher what you know and what I need to teach you, okay? So you do not need to feel stress over these. You do not need to freak out. I have 4 tests. It's just helping me know you as a learner, and it's extremely important that you let me know your brain, not your adult's brain, not your parents' brain, not your tutor's brain, not your older sibling's brain, your brain, okay? So we're not going to have help on these tests because I need to know what you know. I'm not your parent's teacher. I'm your teacher, okay? So I want to make sure we understand that.